Hello, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Canuck and Nuts. We're at episode number 8 with the Vancouver Canucks in year number 3 at the trade deadline. If you were not here last episode, we made a couple moves during the season. First one, we acquired Jason Demers from, I believe, Arizona still at the time. We completely forget. And we also did a big one that St. Louis offered. They gave us David Perron and Tyler Bozak, and we ended up changing that around. So we gave up Tanner Pearson, and we also gave up, I'm just trying to remember who else I gave up, because it's been a while. I could show you though. We gave it, I didn't even see it, Tanner Pearson, and we gave up Marcus Granlund, going back with a couple prospects, hoping that would help us get into a playoff spot. Unfortunately, as we stand right now, we are 31, 28, and 4, 66 points, 3 points out of a playoff spot. They have one game in hand though. I said we should make a move for Kevin Shattenkirk. I tried a couple moves, still couldn't put pieces together that I was going to be okay with. And I'm going to show you the trade that I'm going to pull through with this, and you guys let me know what you think. So it's in Winnipeg. The defense I'm going to pick up Dustin Byfuglien. I'll show you, Winnipeg's not doing great this year, so we're just going to end up taking players for them. And the other player I want to acquire is this guy right here, Kyle Connor, 80 overall. He's listed as a third line scoring forward. I don't think he's happy here in Winnipeg at all. So we're gonna. I did some pre-scouting, and we are going to acquire both assets. I'm going to be giving up a lot though, but like I said, I'm hoping this can bounce us into a playoff spot. So we're going to put Byfuglien on, and we're going to put Kyle Connor in. Going back the other way, first one would be, we're going to throw in David Perron. He just hasn't done anything for us. He's only got 20 points. I think he just deserves a fresh start. We're also going to throw Jason Demers back. So right there, player for player and player for player. Obviously, they still have more trade value in their favor. So we are going to throw Strange's back because I feel only 19. Kyle Connor, I believe, is only 24, so he's got a couple years ahead of Strange's, but he's got a longer time going to be here. And unfortunately, this is going to hurt in case we don't. We have to give up a first for this year to acquire both players, but we are going to take some draft picks back, and I'm hoping I can do. I tried a fourth and a fifth, and it worked, so we're going to try a fourth and third for next year. Just want to see if we can get that. So yeah, we'll take a look, guys. That's what we're going to go through. So we acquire a better second line player in Kyle Connor, upgrading from David Perron. Jason Demers we're going to get rid of. He hasn't done much. We're going to put Byfuglien on the second line. Byfuglien we could end up signing as well for a couple more years after, and hopefully Kyle Connor can develop to that first line. Sorry. Oh my God. And play with both Besser and Pettersson for the future. So there you go. It's Perron, Demers, Stranges, and a first for Byfuglien, Connor, a fourth and a third. Let's see. Trade accepted. Perfect. So what this does for us, guys, is it improves the second line for now until Kyle Connor's ready for that third line, or the first line. He's the 80 overall, and he says he's a third line. So we're going to put him on the third line just for now, just to leave him where he's at for his role. I know he'll probably grow once he starts playing. And when it comes to Dustin Byfuglien, he's an 84. We're going to bump him up to the second line and put Tanev on the third. And then when it comes to these guys, I'm going to throw Kyle Connor in where Christopher Tanev is. I know he's not usually a sniper, but we're going to put him as a sniping. Actually, I've done it before where I don't have to. So Besser switches there. Pietrangelo, Connor. Don't worry, I got this. There we go. That's what they're going to look like for our power play. I think we got a great power play now. So that is our team going forward, guys. Let me know what you think of that move. I know it's a lot we gave up right there, but we do acquire a guy that was not happy in his team in Kyle Connor. We get a better rental defenseman in Dustin Byfuglien. We can take a look to see if he wants to sign with us. I hope he doesn't want too much if he does. And I'm scared, yeah, he's already got an extension. I should have looked into that. So 4.5 for 2 years. I'm fine with that. That's not overly bad, but like I said, we got an upgrade and we could ship him out if we need to. So like I said, we'll be playing the next game against Dallas because that is next on our schedule. Hopefully we can take that victory right there. And if you take a look right there at the bottom, Winnipeg 54 points this year, 24, 36, and 6, not good enough for a playoff spot this year. So we acquire, like I said, those assets, and hopefully we can go on a little run here. 5 points out. Let's start here against Dallas. And let's hope that we don't regret that first round pick, because like I said, we got a lot, but of course, like I said, we had to give up a lot. So I'll leave it there, guys. Give you guys the highlights and all that, and then we'll be back for the rest of the season simulation. You guys enjoy the game.
Vancouver's quick on the draw. Shoots, stood his ground and got a block shot. That puck struck him in front. Smart recovery by Alex Pietrangelo. Score! A power play goal, and it's a biggie. Swept on to Heiskanen. Didn't get a thing of that one. Oh, that was in the net! What happened? The Canucks in their own end setting things up. Pass attempt to Eberle. And he's tripped, and there'll be a penalty. Puck free, ricocheted off a defender. The Canucks get their goalie to the bench for the extra man. Shot on. Score! And that's his first goal in his first game with his new team. How exciting that's got to be. And that's this one. Vancouver's coaching staff has to be happy with the victory, but are they 100% happy with this one?
Not really, Doc. Got to be improved on the power play. Lucky to come out of this game with a win.
And right there, great game by everyone right there, getting the victory 2-1. Should have been 2-0. Just a weird pass by Demko to Pietrangelo that ended up in the back of the net. Mind you, what they said at the end of the game, the power play could have been different. Our 2 goals came on the power play, and we only had only three power plays. So I mean, 2 for 3, not bad. I don't see what they're talking about. This is the problem with NHL 19 sometimes. I've been playing NHL 20 lately though, the beta, and I'm loving it. Can't wait to bring that experience with the new franchise there to you guys. So why not we start to go ahead simulating, and hopefully we can, win. Why don't we go after the auto game, see how we are, see if we have to make any line changes. I'm hoping that we could keep winning, and that doesn't help right there. Chicago, big win over a team that we're chasing. Preferably wins. I don't want overtime losses or just plain losses right there. More wins for us. That's good to see. And we go up against Winnipeg, the team that we just acquired Bufflin and Connor from. Injuries coming to the Utica, and right there, 5-0 win. 36-29-5. I don't think I'll make too many line changes. We're 1 point out of a playoff spot right now, guys, but we're not worried about that. We are worried about making the playoffs, so we need to take every game by game. We'll go up to the end of the Dallas, and that'll leave us with 5 games to go. Utica has got multiple players. That's good to know, and that's not helping us right there with the loss against the Avalanche. So many notifications, and that's not helping us right there. 6-3 loss. Any more losses and we might be counting ourselves out. Back spasms knocking Alex out. Good thing we have depth like we did for defense. Going to player morale. Cole Lynn, like we said, we called him up, so I didn't even notice that. Good for him. He sadly didn't see his first goal, but he's been developing pretty good, which is good to see. And then now Goldobin goes down. We still have depth, which is good. Shootout loss not helping. And with 5 games to go, I want to see what we need to do for when it comes to getting into the playoffs. We might do a slow sim for each game, if that's the case. Utica has got too many injuries to worry about. So 39-31-7. Let's see where we're at. We are in a playoff spot. Okay, let's see if we can hold on to that. We're 1 point out. Vegas is 1 victory from tying us, and that's our next game. So we're going to slow sim this one for sure. I want to see how this one can go. But we need to win out here if we want to make the playoffs. I believe in these guys. First period, and that's not the way we want to start. Max Pacioretty gets one on Tobias Gray, so we have our backup in that second period, and I think it might be a rough game for us. We get too late, but not enough, and that's not the way we want to start this. And we are out of a playoff spot by the look right now. Goldobin's back, so we'll slot him there. And right there, you take a look. I will go back and notice it. Kyle Connor's an 86. First line. We are going to move him up to the second. And then we're going to make a whole line change. We're going to go all in for this. Kyle Connor, Pettersson, Besser for the first line. Let's see if that could help us. Against Edmonton, they are a playoff team. We need to win this one if we want to be in the playoff spot. So let's see. Alex Edler with back spasms. Okay. And a shootout loss right there is not looking good. Tying us with Chicago. But they have the edge over us. And the next game is against Calgary. All right, let's see. First, all right, Advanced Day, they are a 500 team, but the only reason why they're in here is those 12 overtime losses. Let's put that to rest and make sure that we get a playoff spot with this. And injury. Overtime win right there. We're in a playoff spot. Okay, 2 games to go. 2 games to go. We're slow simming this. Let's just look at the playoffs tree scenario for what we're looking at. So we are at 88 points. We win this, we're above Vegas. With the tiebreaker, possibly, but they have more goals for us, so that's no problem. When it comes to Central, we are ahead of Chicago. So if we win this, we're at 89. We need to win out, essentially. So let's see if we can win out here. Slowing the simulation down a bit. Final 2 home games. First period, tied 1-1. Goldobin and Waugh. Grice is in net again. I don't know why for these sims Grice is in net. They're outplaying us. Second period though. No scoring. And we are coming back. Slow sim that third period. This is a big period for us. Bo Horvat, you got to give them a speech. There we go. Cole Lynn right there. Good call up by us at the trade deadline to bring him up. He gets one. And then Thomas Hurdle. Never mind. And Lee now scores. Great. And this is not looking good for us, guys. Like I said, Bo Horvat, you got to give this team a pep talk or something. We are going 1 game away from being knocked out. And that is it for us. We win this game. Setting up a big game. And I did not mean to do that. So we are sitting at 88 points, still not out. We win here. And the Wild lose, we are in. And I don't see any notifications above. Minnesota lost, so we need to win here, guys, and we are in a playoff spot. All it takes is a win. Bo Horvat, you got to give your guys a speech. You got to motivate them to make this playoff. This will be the first time since the Sedin twins that this team would be in a playoff spot. And Besser takes the penalty down too early. Great to know. First period. No scoring. Okay. Big game still here. We're going to simulate this one, see how this one goes. Come on, guys. You got the home crowd behind you. I don't want to have to verify Pietrangelo right there from the point. Getting one there, giving us the early lead. Keep it up, guys. Don't let any goals go by you. Under 6 minutes to go. We got a penalty kill, and we're going to kill that long one up. Who got ejected? I need to check that one out quickly. Who got ejected? Bach Besser, double minor for... Oh, Bach Besser. Alright guys, the final 20 minutes. This could be it for us for the rest of the season. Or it could not be. Like I said, Bo Horvat, you got to give your team a speech. Inspire them. This will be a great way to come back and make a playoff spot. Let's go, guys. Biggest period of your life. So far, so good. Under 5 minutes played, and we're on the power play now. Long one. Guys, no penalty. Okay, under 10 minutes to go. We still hold that 1-0 lead. Under 6 to go now. under 5, under 4, under 3, under 2, under 1, 55 seconds. We score on the empty net. Bo Horvat leads the way. Virtanen leads one more. And that is it, guys. We are in the playoffs. The Vancouver Canucks make the playoffs. And Josh Bailey gets knocked out with concussion. But we make the playoffs, guys. 90 points. Good enough for the final wild card spot. And we'll be going up against the Anaheim Ducks, a team that we just shut out. And we will take a look when it comes to all that in a second. Perfect. We'd like to see that, you know. Cole Lynn, you're great to have up here, man. Will we have Josh Bailey back in time? We will not have him back in time for game number 1. So in his spot is going to be Jimmy McGinn, but we're going to switch that up to have Johansson there, and he should be back next game. And Cole Lynn, rated an 81, but he's playing better than 81. Goldobin could be better. I just want to take a look at there's no forwards that I could think of. It's the defense, like Yul Levy, Jet Wu, Bowen Byram. My only, like, bringing Brock McGinn in. I think we might bring Brock McGinn. We're gonna bring Brock McGinn up to play in space of Goldobin, only because I saw Goldobin drop to a 77, and I want to use the highest we can get. Goldobin, McGinn. So Connor, Pettersson, Besser. That should be the line of the future for us. So we'll take a look at how that season went. We, like I said, so back to the trade deadline, we were 6 points out, and we only had what? One overtime loss, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losses in regulation. Since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins in regulation. So 10, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10, 5, and 4 going down the final stretch, 19 games. Not too bad at all. Like I said, it got us a playoff spot. We'll take a look at our stats for the year for the boys. Elias Pettersson leading the way with 72 points. Brock Besser not far behind, 67. Kyle Connor coming in with 48 points, so I'm thinking he had a better time with us, but we will see as time goes. But that will be a great future with Kyle Connor on the team. Quinn Hughes with a great year of 51 points. That must be a career high for him. Yeah, that is a big career high, so he will jump up. And the only problem I notice now is our star defenseman, 14 points. So do we move Pietrangelo come end of the season? 14 points is not what we want to see. Could be better. We'll take a look at the goaltender. Thatcher Demko, 31 wins, 923 save percentage, 6 shutouts, 2.29 goals against average. Not too bad of a year as he's taken over since his first year of taking over. And when it comes to the league, when it comes to goal points, Nathan McKinnon, 101 points. John Tavares, Mikko Rantanen, Tarasenko, Nylander, Ovi, Eichel, Stamkos, and Kucherov. When it comes to goals, though, it's John Tavares with 51. Not too far behind is Tarasenko, Ovechkin, and Eichel. So we'll take a look at Anaheim's lineup going into the first round, and that'll be it for this episode. I am overexcited right now of just being in the playoffs. I knew taking that risk on that trade with Connor was going to be interesting, but so we take a look here. So Daniel Sprong, Rickard Rakell, and Sergei Bobkov. I believe that is one of the first rounders. Yeah, so 2019, they had the second overall pick, and they got Sergei Bobkov. In his time here, he's got 72 goals in 2 seasons for them. Sorry. So he's going to be a threat that we're going to have to look out for him. When it comes to the second line, Jakob Silfverberg, Brian Getzlaf, and Jody Langfield. Same thing. 2019, they had the sixth overall pick too, and they took that Jody Langfield guy, the guy we talked about. Followed by Nick Ritchie, Adam Henrique, and Andre Kashe, Sam Steele, Devin Shore, and Corey Perry. Technically, they have their centers would be Raquel, Getzlaf, Henrique, and Steele. So their center core is just amazing. I think our first lines equal each other, i.e. Bobkov and Besser 89 together. Pettersson's better overall, and Connor's better also. If anything, we may have a bit of an edge on the first line. Second line's pretty even, and then their depth blows us out of the water almost. with especially that fourth line, 84, 82, and 81. The defense, Hampus Lindholm, Cam Fowler, so kind of like flip-flop for Hughes and Pietrangelo. Brendan Gooley and Josh Manson, and Xavier Ouellet and Jake Dotchin. So roughly the same defense, I think. And scratch Troy Terry, Adam Lewinsky, and Isaac Lundstrom. And in goaltenders, none other than John Gibson and Jimmy Howard. So taking a look at our lines quickly. So like I said, for that first line, we have a better first line altogether. Hopefully we could outscore them. Second line, almost pretty much even. And then, so you throw Bailey in there technically, and then Johansson down here, so we almost average out when it comes to depth, except they have the better third line, or fourth line in my opinion. And then when it comes to defense, so like, yeah, so that'd be Lindholm, and that'd be Fowler, and then that'd be Edler technically, so that'd be roughly the same. So Edler's out and Bailey's out, and then Demko and Grice, so roughly the same for goaltenders. I'll take a look at the injury just to show you guys. When it comes to injuries, so pending evaluation, he said of the 11th, I think, for Josh Bailey, so hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. And Alex Edler out a couple days, so he will be back by the time we play. That's it for me, guys. So let me know what you think about that move, for sure. We will play game number 3, because that'll be our home game for the playoffs. So let me know what you think about that. We're going in 5-2-3 in our last 10, 4-5-1 for the Ducks. So we're actually the better team going into this series in the last couple games. So let me know what you guys think, though. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment, follow us on social media, and we'll be back for year number 3 in the playoffs. You guys take care.